So I've just got these artificial dining room lights here. I figured since this was more of a talky video and you don't have to see my makeup or anything like that, it wouldn't be too much of an issue. What I'm doing today is I am doing a review of a product I've been so excited to try. It is the new Trish Anti-Aging Sunless Tanner. I just got it in the mail recently and I'm super excited to try it. I've been a watcher of Trish for a long time, several years, since I think a little bit before her Mitt Romney video came out. Yeah, so I've been a long time fan, but I've never previously bought any of her products, like her books or her perfume or anything like that. So this is the first thing I'm ever buying from her, and I was really excited to try it because I am a big sunless tanner, because I am the palest of pale. You might not be able to tell on this camera, but I am ghostly white without anything like that. I am very white and I do not possess the ability to tan naturally. I'll be out tanning for hours and hours and hours and I'll never ever change a shade. I just do not possess that ability. And it's not even good for your skin anyways. You don't want to be laying out in the sun for hours and hours because it's really damaging. Nobody wants to get skin cancer, things like that. Not to mention I have better things to be doing with my time, to be honest, than laying in the sun for 8 hours to try and change one shade. For reference of my skin tone, for the Chanel Perfection Lumiere, I wear 10 Beige, which is the lightest shade they have, or for the Lancome concealer, I wear, I believe it's either Porcelain or Ivory, one of the two, so the one that is the absolute lightest color. So yes, I am pale, but I am really excited to try this. I have actually not tried this product yet. What I thought I would do is I'll take some before and after pictures and I'll do my little first impressions now, and then I'll apply the sunless tanner before I go to bed and let it develop when I sleep, like I normally do when I tan. Is I'll have a shower before I go to bed, put on my tanner, go to bed, you know, wake up, wash off the residue, and yeah, you're done because it'll develop overnight. Any instructions on the website, and there are no instructions like that on the bottle saying how long it will take to develop, but pretty much all self-tanners I've used have taken 8 to 12 hours to develop fully, so I'm going to assume that's just like this. So I'm going to do my first impressions now, and I have to say the packaging, the logo is very pretty, I like it, but the bottle, it feels cheap. I'm not going to lie. For how much I paid for this, oh, I should tell you how much I paid for this. It was $36 American, so I think that was about 42 Canadian if I'm correct, yes, I think about 42 Canadian, plus shipping was over $10, just over $10. I think it was like $10.50, something like that, which is honestly ridiculous. I live in Canada, $10, I live like right by the border, that's so much for shipping. So it was a little over $50 for me to get this, and honestly, if this wasn't something that I was so excited to try, I probably wouldn't have paid so much for it, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be worth the $50, but if she does shipping to Canada, maybe for cheaper or even for free, or if there's a sale, that might make it more likely for me to repurchase, but at the moment, it's pretty freaking expensive, to be honest. But yeah, so as I was saying, for this price, I would expect the packaging to be a lot nicer. I have bought sunless tanners in Canada many times before, where you just go down to your local drugstore and you buy a bottle and it'll be $25, $30, something like that, and it'll be a bottle about this size. And honestly, usually they're pretty good. I've never really had an issue with any of the sunless tanners that I've been buying recently. I just wanted to try this one out. I think it'll have to really amaze me, to be honest, for me to repurchase this, but that's enough about that. The packaging is very cute, but very cheap. And one thing that Trisha, every time in a video, she was always raving about the smell. So I'm going to smell this now and see what I think about it. This smells good. It smells like fruit yogurt. Yeah, like peach yogurt. Like, that's exactly what it smells like. That or maybe pina colada. I'm leaning towards peach yogurt though. Hopefully you like that smell. I think it smells really good. It doesn't have that Sunless tanner smell at all. You know how 99.9% of Sunless tanners have an awful smell? You can always smell it right away, like you'll wake up and you have to wash yourself because you smell like fake tanner and nobody wants to smell like fake tanner. It's just really gross. This is a good smell, so I like this a lot. Okay, now I'm going to take some pictures of me before with my pasty skin, and then I'm going to apply this tonight, go to bed, let it develop, and I'll let you know in the morning what I think about it. Hey guys, so it is now the morning time. I let the tanning lotion develop overnight. I have to say that I am pretty impressed with the color it gave me. I don't know if you can tell so much in the video. I will insert some photos here of So as you can see, I went up quite a couple shades. I went up a full shade in my foundation, so I really liked that, and I have to say it's really not very orange. I ended up a little orange around my fingers, but I think that's more of an application error. I always end up a little orange around my fingers. It's just something I deal with. I should really use gloves or something like that, but that's too much work. So I have to say I do really like it. I liked the smell a lot. I did notice it a lot. It's usually when you're going to sleep you can really smell the lotion because you just put it on, and you know how it's such an awful scent. It's just, ooh, not pleasant. But this was a really nice smell. I have to say once I woke up in the morning it did smell like fake tanner once I guess the perfumes and everything had sort of dissipated, I guess, off of my skin. It was more of the traditional fake tan smell when I did wake up, so I did still have to have a shower and wash it off, even though I probably would anyways to get the residue off. So I have to say the scent is great, but it doesn't last. It does turn back into that fake tan smell. So I'm actually really impressed by this. I have to admit my expectations weren't that high because I was really excited at first, but when I saw the sort of cheapness of the packaging, and then, you know, when you've never actually seen anybody try it yourself, you order it online. I'm always pretty skeptical about products, but I was really impressed by this actually. I really like it. It's probably my favorite out of all that I've tried for color wise, and the smell is a huge bonus, to be honest with you, because you know fake tan does smell just so awful, so it was really nice. One thing I do have to say during application is I wish it had a bit of an indicator color so that you could see what you were doing. It wasn't too much of an issue for me because I fake tan quite often, but for someone that maybe is more inexperienced it can be a little difficult to be, you know, it can end up maybe missing a patch or something like that if it doesn't have an indicator. But I think for if you're more experienced it shouldn't be an issue, but for beginner I would say to worry about that and make sure you get every little spot, because you know I've done that before. When I was first going out I would end up with like a shoulder or something without any tan, which is not so cute. But I have to say overall that I'm really happy with the product. The only thing that really gets me is the price point. Other than that, I would say it was a great product and I definitely would repurchase it when it comes out. But like it's so expensive, especially with shipping to Canada and everything, which shipping is very expensive. It cost me more than $50. So if she ever has like a 2-for-1 deal or like a 50% off or something like that, I would probably snatch up another bottle or two when they have the sale going on. But otherwise I don't think it's really an affordable price point for me, since I am a university student, you know, starving university student, don't have that much money to spend on stuff like this. So, you know, I have to say, okay, so overall summation, great product, I love it, not orange, not streaky, good smelling, and generally a really good product, but it's very expensive, it has no indicator, and the smell doesn't really actually last that long. But I would say I would definitely repurchase if the price point goes down a little bit. Otherwise, I'll probably use up this bottle and then, unless there goes on sale or something like that, go back to a cheaper alternative. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much. And if you liked it, please comment, rate, and subscribe.